possible cutting away, not cutting the meat. When I cut, it's like think about it when we're filleting fish, right? We don't go up, do we? We go down towards the skin. Make sure we get that skin nice and clean when we do that. Same process here. Cut in towards the fat. If you're not sure, cut in towards the fat.
Would it be safe? It would be much safer to do it that way. That way you're not cutting into it, right?
Correct.
Would you rather cut it into fat, which is pointless, than actual meat?
It looks like vaginas. Vaginas.
Looks like what?
Vaginas. Fajitas. Pajipa.
There's a J in there. There's a J in there.
I really
So, and then going through, putting all the rest of this out. Putting all the rest of this good stuff out. This is all savable. This is all savable. We're going to keep this stuff.
That's what I was like, what?
And that's what I'm going to do is keep them separate. One, so you guys can see what we don't use in the grand scheme of things. And this, it's roughly 75-pound side, give or take.
Oh, also it was before aging because it loses moisture, so that hot weight is before that.
Yes.
The older it gets, the less
Yeah. Think about what dry aging. Well, as it gets older after it's slaughtered. So dry aging meat. What do we do with dry aging meat? We dry it. The term is right there. We dry it. How are we drying it? We're removing moisture. And we move water, we remove moisture, that's less weight. That's why dry aged beef is so expensive. Because it starts out at 75 pounds, say a 28-day aged steak starts out at 20 ounces. Well, by the time it goes to sell it, it's only 16 ounces. You know, we lost a fifth of our weight. So we're just going to not account for that money. No, they're going to pay for it. They're going to pay for a 20-ounce steak, essentially, not a 16-ounce steak.
There's a company out of Chicago that does dry aged pork rinds.
Nice.
Yeah, but I didn't think that you dry age pork at all. There's no need to.
I wouldn't say there's not it's not really a need. The need of it comes from preservation. It comes from preservation techniques. Before wet aging, which is cryovacuum, it's not really wet aging. They're not taking a solution. They're not taking a brine. All they're doing is taking this meat, putting it in a bag, and letting it sit in some juices, which some people like. Some people enjoy them. But a perfectly aged piece of meat is amazing. And it's amazing the difference in texture and flavor. We were talking about the gamius, right? The gamius of the grass-fed beef. That flavor is going to get more pungent, more intense on a dry aged. All right, so there's two. There, we can utilize that. All right, so there is this right here, a little more fat. So look right here. Look at the tenderloin. Look at the tenderloin. Hold that leg. Right here. Okay. See how much fat is on? Oh yeah, it's tiny. And let that be a guide. So you think about the pork tenderloins that you get from HEB, right?
Yeah.
You get 2 per pack, and they're about that long and about that big around on the fat end, right? So once you see how big this is, you'll get a good gauge for how big those pigs are. That those
probably what the size of that one.
No,
This one?
smaller than that.
Oh, yeah, this is going to be smaller. So you see all the fat that surrounds it. All the fat that surrounds it, and then we got our ribs and our backbone right here that protects that side. So it's fully protected, and it gets very, very little movement. What gets movement, and you'll see on the underside here, that will clean off, and it's on the other side of beef tenderloin as well. That's where you get those bigger fat pieces. That's what gets movement. We'll clean that off.
I thought maybe it had something to do, not just, I mean, you were saying the size of the pig, maybe, I thought it had maybe something to do with the hormones, how we've been talking, they breed them and feed them certain things to make like
Well,
the breast bigger in chicken? Do they do that with the tenderloin for pork?
No, not exactly. They do it for the entire pig, the entire pig itself. So with this, I'm going to go ahead and get the tail off. They're just finding so there's cartilage in here, but it's just like a joint. There's ways to work through it, and we'll see that as we get through here through our separate parts as we work through joints, especially the shoulder and the butt, because there's a joint right there that we're going to cut through, and we have to. It's almost we're working blind. We're not, because we're going to feel where it is, know where it is, but we got to get our knife in there and pop that joint. That's the other people say pop the ligament, pop the joint, because our ligaments, all the joints, help us all the joints together.
So what exactly would you use the tail for? And if you
would the snout, the ears, you'd use it as you would braise it until tender, and then use it as a garnish for pork presentation. Use it as a garnish inside a pate with your meat or a sausage of some type. Braise it and then fry it crispy to go along with the pork leg. All right, so I'm going to work from the spine around the tenderloin. I'm going to take that out next. So working with the backbone. Just find out where the backbone is. That's just spinal fluid, because there's a spinal cord right here. Right there.
is that what you're working out next, or are you?
No, just the pork tendon. No, obviously, tendon. In case you forgot what we were working with, it's big. That was chicken, right? So working. If you're not sure where to go first, stop and ask me, all right? And I will help you out. Ask you, like, what do you think about this? Should I go here? Yeah, that's where we should go. You take your finger and feel first, right? And then take the tip of your knife, okay? Don't stab it, don't kill it, because it's already dead. You take the tip and just run across the bone right there, okay? That's across the bone, again, against the bone, not the flesh.
Just behind the knees.
Right, so see I'm working, see how I'm working down that bone right here, and then now I'm working down the rib cage. Right, see how this is the bone right here? Look how clean it is. Clean that bone is. There's the bone right there. Because I'm going up against the bone, correct?
It's like a fish.
Yes, yeah. Like going down the rib cage on a fish, on a round fish, all right? Like hopefully, like most of you did yesterday. So look at it right there. Yeah, get on here, guys. If you can't see, get in here. Trust me. I can work with you all around me. No big deal. All right. So working. See, it's a natural separation right there. I didn't cut that. That's a natural separation.
There's no meat and fat.
Oh yeah. They'll think, a big production cattle, big production cow, 600 to 800 pounds. Also, we're dealing with something a quarter.
These are
the
baby
size.
pigs too, yeah.
Yeah, this is a young pig. Definitely a young pig. So imagine this fat right here on this one. It's quite a bit of fat, right? Last class, we had one that was about that fat. Literally, there's about 30 pounds of back fat in the freezer.
Same size though?
No. It was a little older, not much. All right, so again, see where I got a separation right here? Yep. See where I got a separation right here? All right, so I know I can cut that right there. I know I can cut that. When I see two reds and a white in the middle, cut the white. Working this right here. If you can't see, give yourself a spot, right? That's just fat. I can get rid of that. Yeah, go up. You don't want to cut in. Don't cut into the meat. Don't cut into the honey making part, okay? And working around. Still working around. Still working around the bone right here. Okay? Still working around that bone.
So, like Chef John, and I've heard a lot of people, they use that knife that's bigger and has a curved shape.
Scimitar.
Is it easier for you with the boning knife?
I'm fine. I'm fine with a boning knife and a chef's
Chef's
knife.
knife.
Yeah. Easier. No, it's personal preference. I like a scimitar, but I like using this a lot better. Here we go.
Can I start cooking that now?
So I did miss a little piece here, but by and large, you see what it looks like, right? See that little? I left a little bit on right there. So envision that as your beef tenderloin, right? Here's your chain, what we normally get that comes off that we don't really utilize. It's got behind it. That we have silver skin and connective tissue. We're going to use that. We're going to utilize it, but we're just not going to cut it off and eat it. Okay, so we got our fat off. We got our tenderloin off. What's next? What was the first part that they took off?
We don't buy.
They don't.
This is-
I-
Oh, they're what they are.
The pig does.
Yeah.
Didn't you cut it down this way?
First is taking